brothers and sisters, and welcome to Hawk TV. Today we are going to be with the CMA group from Holy Family Parish, Utawala. Specifically, we are going to know who are the Ignatius men from the outstation St. Patrick.
Thank you very much. I'm Daniel Mwangi Gatele. I am the moderator for St. Teresa of Avila. And St. Teresa of Avila, we were expanded from St. Ignatius of Loyola. And today I want to speak briefly about why Ignatius man. The main motto for Ignatius is to promote and whatever we do for the greater glory of God. And therefore that formed the genesis why Ignatius man, whatever he does, he must ensure that he's doing that for the greater glory of God. And that also corresponds with our motto for CMA, where we say that we are promoting a good family, good church, and good society. And therefore, having those particular principles, following those particular principles, you find that an Ignatius man is a responsible man. He takes responsibility of his family. He is a leader in the family. He is also a leader in various aspects within the church. And also when they come to promoting the small Christian community, Ignatius man play a very great role to ensure that those particular people, or rather the Christians, they are attending those particular groups of small Christian communities. And they are also playing a very key role in evangelization and also in spreading the gospel. And therefore, that's the reason why we came up with this particular group of Ignatians man, so that we can be able to pull other men to join us, and also they can be able to emulate what we do. And for this, we do for the greater glory of God. So that in nutshell, this is why we talk about why an Ignatian man. Thank you very much.
And to know our brothers men from this association, we are going to ask them some questions. The first question is to know who is a Catholic man.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much. My name is Philip Mwangi. I'm the moderator for St. John Paul II and also the deputy moderator for St. Patrick outstation of Holy Family Catholic Church, Utawala. Father, you want to know who is a man? I'll talk about a man in terms of an African man, which I think doesn't go very far from a CMA man or the Catholic man. A man, in my understanding, is a leader of the family. He's supposed to lead the family in terms of spiritually. He's also supposed to take charge of providing for the family, providing spiritual leadership, providing leadership in terms of all the other needs of the family. The Catholic man is also supposed to ensure that the family is taken care of. The family unit remains united. And more fundamentally, he's supposed to ensure that he guides the family, the children of the family, to ensure that they follow the right path. So in his leadership responsibility, he's supposed to ensure that there is family unity. Everybody in the family takes their responsibility seriously, and is also able to ensure that there is happiness in the family. So a family man is also a man who is supposed to create peace. He's also supposed to interpret for the family the various challenges that they come through. Sometimes the family will need to understand, especially when it comes to both Christianity and the traditional way of life. The family is supposed to be the family man is supposed to give direction and ensure that he gives leadership in that particular context.
At the next question, we are going to look at the purpose of this group, Ignatian Men.
Thank you once again. My name is Agri Ogutu, former chair of St. Ignatius of Loyola, small Christian community, an active member of the small Christian community, and also a member of the Ignatian Man group. Apart from that, I'm also a moderator or program coordinator of Zaidi Center for Ignatian Spirituality, and I'm glad to have to share this occasion with my fellow brothers and sisters who have gathered today to celebrate this great day when, as a nation, we are celebrating the Day of the Culture, and in that we're able to incorporate the values of Ignatian, in that we have to, in all things, we have to give thanks and glory to God. More so, the purpose for our group was informed by the fact that we as men, sometimes we find ourselves busy in various activities, and it's not easy for men to find time to be available, actually, to come together and share some of the common things that we go through as men. So it is a forum that gives us an opportunity and an avenue where we can ventilate on some of these issues that affect us. And actually, by sharing, we're able to see where we are and see how God works in us. Sometimes we may isolate ourselves, but when we come together as a group and share some of these experiences that we go through, we are able as a community to forge ahead, and by incorporating Christ's spirit, we're able to move ahead. Again, probably I may want to say, as was shared today in the Mass, we are all sons and daughters of freeborn. We are sons and daughters of a promise. And as St. Ignatius would say, we are called to be free, to be detached from a lot of things, to be indifferent, if to use his exact words, so that by being indifferent to other created things, we give God the first priority and the first space in our lives. And as my brother had said, in all things, we have to give glory to God, so that in whatever thing that we may be doing in our life, whether we are eating, like we are seeing, these are an occasion, apart from the spiritual food that we've been given, we are enjoying a meal. So whatever thing that we are doing, whether we are eating, drinking, let us do it all for the greater of God. As St. Ignatius would say, ad maiorem Dei gloriam, all for the greater glory of God. Thank you, and I'm grateful.
Now they are going to tell us, if they have sponsors, how they live.
Thank you. As St. Ignatius, as a group, financially don't have any support for the time being. Any given activity that we perform or undertake, we finance ourselves. We look at what is needed, what is required, vis-a-vis the projection. Then we finance through the members' contribution. It's kind of a self-help group to our members, even though it is spiritual. And we have plans as a team and any other given family that comes together, that in future we want to make some economical value to come out of it, so that not only our members can benefit, but we can also create the much needed employment to our young groups within the church, not only considering the locality of our church, but also considering the community at large that supports us. So financially, as a group today, we only do the things that needs the little finance that can be funded by members, but in future, prospectively, we have a plan and we are working towards getting some sponsors that can help us achieve much needed community duties and community needed facilities for our team. Thank you and God bless you.
Let us hear now how to become member of Ignatius Men Utawala.
I'll start by introducing myself. My name is Vincent Mbogwa Kimodo. I'm part of the Ignatius Men by the fact that when the St. Ignatius small Christian community started, we were the founder members. Later on, we grew and we became a bigger number, and we had to split. And that's where St. Teresa of Avila was born. We as men of the founder group, the St. Ignatius, thought it's nice and good to keep together, supporting each other, encouraging each other as neighbors and also as Christians. And that's how the St. Ignatius group, men group, was formed. For you to join, one, you must come from St. Ignatius of Loyola Christian, small Christian community, or St. Teresa of Avila, small Christian community. And number two, of course, you need to be a man. You have to be a man for you to join. Still, we have friends of St. Ignatius who also sit, pray, and dine with us. Especially after we lost one of our dear members last year, we still also have that capacity that we can also pray with our neighbors in the community as a group. And that's how the membership, the so-called membership, happens. Thank you.
Each group has challenges. Let us hear about the challenges of the Ignatius group, Utawala.
Some of the challenges we face as Ignatius men is given by nature of our diversity and the nature of our works that requires we probably travel, and again in our places, areas of work. Sometimes not all of us can be able to converge whenever we have such a function. Like now we have some of our members who are out of town, so sometimes they are able to, normally they miss this. The future of this group, Ignatius Men, is that we want to pass the baton to our younger generation so that we see this live for many years to come. And also, if possible, we have all men around us so that they can be able to join and we work as a team so that we can build greater families, so to speak.
One of the priests joining with them will tell us the role of a man in the Catholic Church.
Thank you. My name is Reverend Father Moses Soekesa. I'm the Assistant Parish Priest, Holy Family Utawala, Catholic Church. Concerning the roles of Catholic men, I would like to begin by saying that men play a lot of roles in the church. And were I to speak about these roles, I'll need probably like 1 week. So that's why I'm going to single out just one role, which I feel it is the fundamental one. And this role is the evangelization. Why am I saying this? If you look at the motto for Catholic Men Association, it is good family, good church. And you see, a family can be good when a man who is the head of the family is playing his role well. And when that family is good, a church will be good. And when the church is good, it means that it will carry out its mission, which is to evangelize. So if we have men who are not bringing up their family in a good way, then it means that we will not have a good church and evangelization will not take place. So men are very important. Without them, the church will not be able to carry out the mission. And that's why they are the leaders, both in the families and also in church. Thank you.
Brothers and sisters, we have been with some Catholic men that came together to think about the motto of their group. That is good family, good church, good society. May this commitment of theirs be fulfilled for a better society.